Hi, Blue Spruce readers. My name is Naseem.
And I'm Kelly.
And we made the book How to Party Like a Snail, published by Aloud Kids Books. I'm the author.
And I'm the illustrator.
And I wrote Snail because I do not love loud parties.
Neither do I.
Without further ado, let's start reading.
Snail is a party animal. Well, kind of. He especially loves the quiet things about parties, like confetti, using his indoor voice to make new friends. Psst, hello. Did you hear something? Asks the worm, whispering meaningful wishes to cakes. I wished for more cake. And savoring those few silent seconds before everyone yells, surprise! 3, 2, But parties aren't often quiet, and sometimes things can get too loud for Snail. And that's when he shrinks into his shell.
So one of the things that Snail loves to do is something called a shoop. So we're going to show you how to do that. First, you put your hands out like this, and then you bring them towards your body like this. Shoop! Let's do it all together. 3, 2, 1, shoop!
From inside his shell, Snail still finds a way to join the fun. This is my jam, he says. Bibbidi bop bop. Too bad no one can see his sweet dance moves. Sometimes Snail's friends try to coax him out. Come on, everyone's dancing. I'm partying in my heart, says Snail. Sure doesn't look that way, says Skunk. It's just that things get a bit too loud for me sometimes, says Snail. But loud is fun, says Rabbit. It sure is, especially when it's less loud. Okay, well, enjoy your quiet, says Skunk. They say silence is golden, right? Says Rabbit. I don't get it, says Bear. And that makes him wonder if he's the only one who thinks that quiet is just as fun as loud. Merp.
And the other thing that Snail likes to do when he's not feeling very happy is something called a merp. So we're going to show you how to do that. You just go like merp, merp. Let's do it all together. 3, 2, 1, merp.
Lately, Snail hasn't been invited to many parties. Instead, he spends a lot of time waiting. Here he says, I can hear that the mail is awfully slow sometimes. And waiting. You can see the seasons change. That's how long he's been waiting. And waiting until one day, the mail carrier finally arrives with a promising looking envelope for Stump.
3, 2, 1, merp.
Here, Stump, this came to be by mistake, says Snail as he passes Stump an envelope. Not another one, says Stump. Snail's starting to think that he's more of a party pooper than a party animal. It's not a party without Stump, say Bear and Rabbit, says Snail. The only type of party he feels like going to now is his own pity party. And that gives Snail an idea. What if he threw his own party? It'll be the funnest, quietest party I've ever been to. First, he invites himself. Ooh, a party for me! I love me! Then he makes a pot of warm milk. A hug in a mug. And lip syncs to all his favorite lullabies. Snail's having so much fun that things start to get wild. Let's make this party even quieter, he says. To hype up the hush, Snail fluffs some pillows and rolls himself into a blanket burrito. A soft shell, he says. He's almost having the time of his life, but he can't help feeling like something is missing. I've got my shell, my milk, my blankies, my lollies. What could be missing? Is it too quiet? Could I miss the loud? Do I miss the loud? Am I loud? And that's when Stump gently chimes in with a suggestion. Maybe your party is just missing a friend. Stump, you're here. Shelcome, to my party. Well, I'm always here since I'm rooted in the ground, but your shindig is filled with all of my favorite things. Snail and Stump realize that they both love parties, just not the rowdy ones. Shall we together? Sure, says Snail. Gasp! Tee-hee-hee-hee. They were a bit too loud. In celebration of the shush, Snail and Stump play an exhilarating game of hide and hide. Ready or not, here we hide.
3, 2, 1, shoop!
Put on their favorite jammies. I feel like a marshmallow, wrapped in a cloud. And then they turn the lullabies way down. We can barely hear them. We're total party animals, says Snail. Snail and Stump party in their hearts all night long.
And that is how to party like a snail. Now, Kelly, I was hoping you could show me how to draw a snail.
Absolutely. Everyone get your pens and paper together. Hi everyone, let's get busy drawing Snail. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with his eyes. So his eyes are just a bunch of circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then two dark circles. Just going to fill in, but just leave a little bit of white in the center. And that's just to give his his pupils a little life there. And then we're going to draw his tentacles, which are just little sticks that come down here like this. They're going to join his eyes to his body. Now we're going to draw a little curved line here to connect the inside of those tentacles. And then we're going to go to the outside of that first tentacle, and we're going to kind of create a small curved line like that. And then we're going to drop to the bottom and then flare out a tiny bit. Okay, and now we're just going to do a soft wiggle line, little waves. This is the bottom of his body, little slug shape. There's his tail. We're going to swoop up. And then we're going to go to the top of the second tentacle, and we're just going to make like a soft hill, and we're going to stop halfway, right about there. Okay. And now we're going to do this is the trickiest part. This is the snail's shell. So what we're going to create here is the lip of his shell. So we're going to do we're going to do a move here I call a hook and swoop. I just made it up. But this is the best way I can describe it. So from where we stopped, we're going to just watch me. We do a hook and swoop. Okay? And then we're going to do it again right on top. Just hook and swoop. Okay, just connect those two lines. Great. And now we're going to go back up to where we stopped Snail's body, and we're going to finish it. And then we're going to color this little shape in here dark. Okay, great. And now we're going to create the outside of his shell, which is just a big semicircle. And you're just going to go just like this. You can just joining the hook line to just near the end. And now we're going to decorate his shell. I did circles. You can do whatever you like. This is what I did. We're just going to do one small circle, and then another circle, and then we're going to do some semicircles like this. Okay? And then I decorated it with some lines like this. But you can decorate his shell any way you like. Maybe you want to try doing some zigzags. Maybe you want to do some polka dots. You can be creative. Use your what we call artistic license. You can just have fun. Okay. All right. So there's Snail's shell, and now we're gonna go back up, and we'll just finish his little face. He has a little smile, like that, and then he has a little double chin, like that. All right. And last but not least, we need to do his party hat. So his party hat is just a triangle, like that. But instead of doing a straight line on the bottom, we're just going to do another semicircle, okay? And now I'm going to use my eraser, and I'm just going to erase the lines of his shell that are on the inside of my triangle. But if you don't have an eraser, you could just color it in, or you could just leave it. But I'm just gonna, I wanted to erase it so that I can draw another pattern on the inside of his party hat. Okay, and now we're gonna draw, last but not least, the string that connects his party hat to his shell. Just like that, another semicircle. And there we go. Oh, and then we have to draw, almost forgot his little arms. Just a couple more hook shapes, just like that. There we go. There's Snail. Thanks for drawing with me. Have fun.
That was so much fun, Kelly. What do you think?
Nailed it.
Yes!
Thank you so much, Blue Spruce readers, for joining us to read and draw with us.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.